So welcome to Between Two Palms. This is a fun talk dialogue about all sorts of things that we want to know. So over the past couple weeks to months, we've been asking you guys to send in questions. We wanted soulful questions. We wanted things that were maybe a little bit funny. We wanted some ridiculous questions. We wanted to know about all the things that you want to know about. A mix with a couple things that I've been wanting to ask people too. One of my favorite people I brought on is Melanie. Thank you for being here.
Welcome. I'm so grateful to be here. So I'm Melanie. I actually recently started a podcast that Katie was on. It was episode 5, I believe.
Yep.
Where we kind of did this. We just kind of poured ourselves out and got real and authentic and goofy and wild, and
it was awesome.
Yeah. So that's kind of my bread and butter. I love self-development. I love listening to people. I love helping people simplify their lives and try to live a healthier lifestyle if they can. Yeah, so there's so many things that go into living a healthy life. It's not just how you look, it's how you feel on the inside, your mental health, your emotional health, your finances, your job, and who you surround yourself with. So now we're here doing it, and I'm so excited to be here with you.
Thanks for being here. So we have a bunch of questions that were from the audience. People sent questions in. There's some questions that I wanted, and you have no idea what they are because you've never seen them.
Oh boy.
But I went through these before, and I picked out a bunch that I knew that I could throw onto you. Let's and you'd be able to handle.
All right.
I'm
ready.
So you pick any one of them.
We're going with the big one.
Cool. Ooh, that's a big one.
All right. Picture this. One of your best friends start dating one of your other best friends. One of them starts cheating on the other one and tells you about it. What the fuck do you do? I hate to be a snitch. It's not my thing. But I would want somebody to tell me. So I would probably tell the friend, hey, your boy's cheating on you.
But what do you do? Because her boy is also your boy. These are two of your best friends. So
I would first probably talk to the cheater, and I would say, listen, if you don't tell them, I'm going to.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. And if you don't like that, then I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends with somebody who does that. So that's kind of my stance on that. That's the tea.
That's the tea. That's a really cut and dry way to say that, because anybody that's going to put you in that position isn't really a good friend, and they're probably going to put you in some other pretty shitty positions too.
Exactly. And we all make mistakes, and so, let's say you're cheating on one of our good friends.
Yeah.
If I come talk to you and you're listen, it was one time, I'm going to tell her about it, or him, whatever, then I'd be okay, do your thing, you figure it out.
Yeah.
But if you're a real dickhead about it, then I'm going to tell her.
Yeah, rightfully so, because what's going to suck is then that turns you into a liar, because every time you hang out with that other person, now you're withholding
And you're
information.
Probably just going to lose both of them as a friend anyways.
100%.
And you might by stirring up the pot, but at least I know where I stand.
Totally. That's the tea.
And that's the tea.
Cheers. Sponsored by Bud Light. Okay, so that was awesome. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Sure.
That's one of those questions that I've always wanted to know the answer to, because that happened to me. So appreciate you.
You were the one being cheated on.
No, I was the friend that two of my friends would cheat on each other, and I was like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah. I feel like I have been in that situation, honestly, and I now that I look back, I wasn't a good friend. I did not tell them.
Yeah.
But now, because I think that I've honed in on who are my real true friends, I would tell you in a heartbeat.
This is what happened. So my one friend, the girl, it was a girl and a guy, the girl calls me and she's like, hey, so-and-so, I'm not gonna say whose name this was, so-and-so called me and he said you left your pearl earrings at his house. I found them under the couch. Now, anyone that knows me knows, I'm not rocking pearl earrings.
Absolutely
That's
not.
never happening.
No.
So that should have been your first clue. Mm-hmm. And then it just went into a whole
thing.
thing.
So were you Right, yeah, my pearls.
And because I went to say, like, I don't have pearl earrings. That was the first thing, and it got halfway out. And then I could tell that she was like, he said that they're yours. And I almost caught this. It's like, oh, you really want to believe this, don't you?
Yes.
And at that moment, I went with it. And this was like 10 years ago, and I'm talking about it now.
Yeah.
So clearly, like,
I get it.
It sticks with you.
I get it, yeah. And that's why, in hindsight, like, you're like, wait, well, now
I wouldn't do it again. Yeah. Okay.
Next question.
All right. Define having chemistry with somebody. Ooh, I really like this one. I'm a sucker for love, chemistry, soulmates, whatever you want to call it. So having chemistry with somebody, I think that's, you know that feeling when you're with somebody and you can physically feel the energy connecting between you two?
Yeah.
Or when you hug somebody and you can just feel yourself like syncing up with them.
Yep.
I think that's true chemistry. Like when you can sit down with somebody and really empathize and connect with them. It goes like so far beyond, oh, that guy's hot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's more so, I think, like, do you value the same things? Do you vibe with the same music? Do you have good sex? Like, you know? So I think that's what makes good chemistry.
Yeah. So is that what drew you to Jack?
Oh, yeah. We vibe really well. Like same style of music we love. We love to just do this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's my love language is quality time. So I need that to have chemistry and connection with people.
Yeah, and it's good that you know that too.
Yeah.
Once you figure that out, everything becomes so much easier.
Yeah. What do you think chemistry is?
Ooh. Well, for a long time, I used to be drawn to just that like terrible, bro-y, black jeans, fuckboy, backwards hat, try to sleep with your friends kind of guy. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, and I would have this, what I thought was chemistry, but really what it was this chaos. And I think that what I started to learn was that when I found somebody that I felt didn't make me constantly feel like I was running in place, that I could breathe, that to me was a whole different kind of chemistry. Like it wasn't this, oh, I need to chase this person, and once I chase them and I get them, then I win in some weird way. It's like, no, like how do I feel most myself most of the time with another person?
And
what does
how
that
do I
look
feel
like
supported?
Yeah,
to
how
just
do I feel
be
supported?
myself.
Yeah, to be myself.
And we talk about this in our podcast episode. How, you know, there's that notion of like being attracted to somebody who's cool, and like they almost make you feel uncool because they're cool, and it's like, fuck you, I don't want to be friends with you because you think you're cool.
Right. Because then it makes you start to do this like weird thing where you're just trying too hard, and
then you make
gross.
other people feel uncool.
Totally.
It's just like a cycle.
Totally.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, cool. Keep going. There's so many things in here. Just get rid of it.
All right. How do you spot a fuckboy?
I saved this just for you.
This is good. I appreciate that. Let me look back in the timeline. How do you spot a fuckboy? Okay, so number one, does he listen? And does he try to connect? Is he just trying to fuck you?
Yeah.
I think those are like the three signs. Like I've been with and dated, like when you're like casually dating people where you're out with them or you're at home and like you don't have that chemistry because they're a fuckboy.
Yeah.
They totally block it off. So I think it's super easy to spot a fuckboy. Just look at how they pay attention to you.
Or don't.
Yeah. The lack thereof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that like there's a certain style that they all have, or does it come in every shape and size?
Every shape and size, because I also have met like that nice boy who still fucks you over. So, I mean, I think we all do it, but there definitely is like, you can spot a fuckboy when you see him, but at the same time, there could be like a mystery fuckboy where you don't even expect that and he comes out of the blue, you know? So.
So clearly, for everyone else, we have a theme because I feel like you met me when I was like deep into the worst kind of dude. So
I do remember that.
You remember
Yes,
that? Yeah,
I
it
do.
was like
R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. to that life. Yeah, peace. So for you, I had a little theme going.
I love it. All right, next question. What is the most important thing that guys should understand about girls? Ooh. Honestly, I think most importantly, we just want to feel safe, like we have security with you, like you're not going anywhere. If we're emotional, if we show like who we truly are. Like sometimes, even still with Jack, like I find myself holding back tears, and it's like he like encourages that. And so I think that's what some people need, or some, you know, guys need to understand, is like, if you let us just be ourselves, like that's what's going to work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I love that. It's like that security of knowing that you don't have to worry about a person.
Yeah, like you'll still be
solid.
there.
Yeah.
If I'm fully there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like I can be my best self, and I can also be like losing it on the kitchen
Like
floor.
throwing a plate at the dining room wall. Like,
right.
Just, you know, I haven't done that, but yeah. All right, last question. Why do you think girls like broy douchebags? There is a theme here. Number one, they're hot. Let's be real. When a guy has that charisma of like, he's overly confident, like we're naturally just attracted to that. I don't know why. I think it's, you want what you can't, or yeah, you like the chase, right? Yeah. Like I know I was so stuck on this guy who, you know, he was like moving away. He was so like, he couldn't get involved, and like that made me want him more. Like how fucked up is that?
Yeah, what is that?
And so I think it's like, you have this expectation of, well, I could make it this, so I'm going to try. Like that's at least how I look at it. Like it could be this, so I'll go for it anyways, even though it isn't this.
So do you think like that confidence that comes across, do you think it's actual confidence? Or
No,
do you think it's
I think it's compensation for an insecurity.
Yeah.
Like maybe they had their heart broken, and so they're like, I'm never going to be in that place again.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know what, I'm just going to be a fuckboy.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's like real love is vulnerability.
Exactly.
And whatever that isn't.
Not.
Yeah.
Yuck.
But there's still like this weird part of you that is drawn to it. And you're right, it's because of the confidence.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the confidence, how other people look at that person.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody looks at the nice, well, maybe now, I don't know. I feel like we're getting to a good place.
Yeah.
But, you know, people look at that guy and they're like, yeah, you know, he's hot. He's like, you want somebody who's wanted, right?
Yeah. It's a good way to say that.
Yeah.
Really, I do want to just say that I appreciate that you were here. I picked all the questions that I picked for you because I knew that you would have the balls to answer them authentically and that you would have the response that we all want to hear. I love your authenticity. I love that you just show up to wherever you are as you are. And that's something that I feel like is pretty rare.
Oh,
so
I feel that same way about you. I feel like your energy is so contagious.
I appreciate
and like,
that.
I feel like you bring it out of me.
Same.
So
Cheers
I love
to
you.
that.
You're awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
And that's the tea.
That's the tea. So I love the way you talk. I love the way you speak and what you talk about. If people want to hear more from you, where can they find you?
So you can look me up on Instagram, Mel Nyan. Also, you can listen to my podcast. It's called Zen and Waffles. It's pretty banging. I have a lovely guest on episode 5. You should check that out. Yeah, once again, it's called Zen and Waffles. We're on Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So look forward to chatting.
Appreciate you. I appreciate your authenticity, and you're the best.
So are you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cool. Peace. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Between Two Palms. This has been an awesome experience for us to talk to people, hear what you have to say, hear your answers, and all the things that you think about the world. So if you think that you have a question you want to hear, carpe that DM. Let us know what you want to say. If you have someone that you think would be a really good fit for a guest, or you think you want to be a guest, carpe that DM and let us know.